Dominic Tamzel from Switzerland, 5th best in qualifying, will be 2nd to go. A gymnast who looked really impressive in the qualification process, Cho Woo-sung of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Marios Yorio of Cyprus, European champion on the horizontal bar in 2022 and the reigning all-around champion of his continent. Rasuljon Abdurrahimov of Uzbekistan, the 8th best in qualifying. Gymnast who's just had success on the parallel bars. Ahmed El Maraghi of Egypt, bronze medalist at the Doha World Cup in 2023. Noah Seifert, 6th best in qualifying. And absolutely the favourite, Milad Karimi of Kazakhstan. He won the gold medal at the Osijek World Cup. He won the gold medal at the Doha World Cup. And what's interesting is he also won the floor title in Doha. He won the floor title here. So he could be about to achieve the double-double of floor and horizontal bar titles at consecutive World Cups. That would be tremendous. So there they are, the finalists. We're going to begin with the gymnasts who qualified 7th, 5th, 2nd and 3rd in the preliminary round, and really watch Cho Woo-sung of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. He produced an absolutely fabulous dismount. It's the first time that he's competed at an FIG World Cup. He has competed at the Asian Championships. He's very interesting to watch. We will have to come in the second half of the final. The gymnasts who were 3rd, 4th and 1st, or rather the gymnasts who were 4th and 1st, I should say, in qualification. And we're going to finish with Milad Karimi, so we will be rather guessing until the very end of things. The very last final then about to take place. Hope you've enjoyed all of the action from the Cairo World Cup of Artistic Gymnastics. Always a pleasure watching him. He talks about how much he enjoys being here. He loves the atmosphere of this competition. He's very popular in Egypt. It was remarked upon actually by a member of the Egyptian Gymnastics Federation when he was about to step up and compete. They said everyone knows who he is here and they love watching him. And Marios Yorio commented when I had the opportunity to chat with him after his horizontal bar qualification that he loves noise from a crowd. He loves to feel the crowd react as he regrasped the bar. He said it actually makes him feel more energised. The phrase he used was pumped up. And there are some athletes, aren't there, who don't really notice the crowd so much. They're not hugely aware of what's going on around them, and there are others who just like the energy of a big event. To Leo Saladino of France, first to go in the men's horizontal bar final. He was the 7th best in qualification. Does well performing the Kovac after some nice close control work. Very good, what a strong body position. And really security lands. Job thoroughly well done by Leo Saladino. He's regarded as a very humble, very reserved young gymnast, but one with a lot of intense determination under the surface. Nadi looked really thrilled. That was nice to watch. It was very tidy gymnastically. Started with that work close to the apparatus, and then the variation of the traditional Kovac. Twisting well, perfectly in alignment as he came down to ground. Certainly could do rather well with that performance, depending on what we see from those who will be likely to produce a higher difficulty. It's particularly striking how much work Saladino has put into his horizontal bar over the last few years. And they know, don't they, the athletes, in a way that we can never possibly appreciate, that we can never understand simply by watching one routine, how much has gone into that degree of development. Well done. 13.5. Difficulty up by a 10th. Execution is up. Gets the bonus as well. All of that for a 4/10 gain. That could contend for a place on the podium, depending on what we see. But there's certainly potential for that to feature. Switzerland's Dominic Tamsel. He was the 5th best in qualifying, 13.3. Very bright individual. We'll come on to that in just a moment after we've enjoyed this display. Completes his Coleman as the second release move. It's very methodical and purposeful, the swing. And the dismount was lovely. Very nice start to this men's horizontal bar final. Leo Saladino going well, Dominic Tamsel following suit. The gymnast who has advanced qualifications in electrical engineering from the Bern University of Applied Sciences. He became a Master of Science last year and also completed his advanced certification in English. He's from right up in the far rural north of Switzerland. First was the Ginger somersault, and then the full twisting Kovac, the Coleman. And he looked very aware of where the ground was as he came round to land. Smoothly done. Now then, this could be very interesting. You imagine he will just be thinking, if I can do as I did in the qualification phase, that will probably be just the ticket. We're likely to see a much more difficult routine from this gentleman. The first two of pretty comparable difficulty. Probably won't be much between them. Well, we are still in search of that score for Dominic Tamsel. What an athlete does in a situation like this is their own personal ritual, isn't it? And it's important that they get this bit right. How much they choose to think, how much they choose just to let their mind wander, how much they try to keep everything out of their head when you're waiting to go and waiting for a score to come in. Just waiting for the green light. He's been there for a fair old while now. $13.5 also for Dominic Tamsel, but he will go into the lead. Higher execution by 2/10. And yes, he and Leo Saladino with a 4.8 and a 5.0 difficulty score respectively, so there indeed wasn't much between them. This gentleman scored 5.4 for difficulty in qualifying. Cho Wi-song of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. He was really exciting to watch in the preliminary stage. He was the second best in qualification with 13.866. Let's see what we get now. He's got a powerful swing. First big one coming up, Cassina. Almost had an interruption to the swing, but did well. And the Coleman. There's more to come, straight Kachev. And there's more still, straddle Kachev. Big one-arm giant swing. How steady is his landing going to be? That's the question. It was fabulous in qualification. Here comes Cho Wi-song. It's so powerful. It is fantastic to watch. He did move a lot more on the landing than in the preliminary stage, but boy, is he entertaining. The 23-year-old from Pyongyang in his first FIG World Cup event. He really commits to the release moves. There he seemed to be in danger of losing his swing as he came out of the Cassina. Goes for a nice straight body position in the first Kachev. And then rapidly twists the body around to dismount and has that little side step. Well, more than little. But some big difficulty on show from that young gentleman. Certainly got the crowd going, didn't he? We've got another wonderful entertainer to come. So the leader at the moment is Dominic Tamzel, 13.5, same score as Leo Saladino, but Tamzel better on the execution. There is no surprise whatsoever that he's gone into the gold medal position. Cho Wi-song, 13.8, highest difficulty score by half a mark. Execution, unsurprisingly, the lowest of the three. He said he's come here really determined to feel no pressure, just to use this as preparation to enjoy one of his favourite World Cup competitions. Very philosophical about where he is at the moment. Marios Yoriu building towards that which is to come later on in the year. He was the third best qualifier with 13.533. And he goes nicely through his Cassina, really kept the swing going there. Same with the Coleman. Oh, that's such a graceful dismount. Golly, that was lovely. What a beautiful bit of gymnastics to finish there from the reigning European all-around champion and the horizontal bar champion from the Munich European Championships of 2022. 3 times now he's been an Olympian, incredible, and made the horizontal bar final at the Paris Games. Keeps such a sense of swing when he reconnects with the bar. And that was made to look just delightfully simple. Not as much in the routine in terms of complexity as we witnessed from Cho Wee-sung. But the execution is likely to be quite agreeable for Marios Yoriu. There is the favourite. There is the man who has managed so many World Cup successes this season. Well, he's gone into the gold medal position with 14.066. Marios Yoriu, 8.766 for execution. It is the best that we've seen so far, no surprise. And though he is 0.3 lower in difficulty than Cho Wee-sung, it was the clarity of his performance that was so important. He also picked up the 1/10 bonus as well. Cho, the only gymnast not to have that. Well, it's made for a very interesting prospect now as we go into the second half of this final. We have Rasuljon Abdurrahimov, the 8th best in qualification, followed by Ahmed El Marahi, 4th best in the preliminary stage. And then Noah Seifert, the 6th best, and the top qualifier will be the last gymnast to compete here in Cairo, Milad Karimi. But his score in the preliminary stage, 14.066. That's exactly what we've just seen from Marios Yoriu. Time to resume the action at the Cairo World Cup in the Cairo International Stadium. 4 performances to come, and then we'll bring you the celebrations, and there will be lots of celebrations, especially for the Egyptian gymnasts, as they are going to enjoy hearing their national anthem played twice. Rasuljon Abdurrahimov, the Uzbek who performed ever so well on the parallel bars. 8th best qualifier for this final. We don't expect him to have the difficulty to really obviously contend for a place on the podium, but we expect it to be well performed. He has to make a readjustment there though, unfortunately. Decent sense of height and flight on the Kachev. A nice looking straddle variety there. Oh, but that unfortunately was a touch on the wild side. Perhaps the sense for Rasul Abdurrahimov that after that really fine display on the parallel bars, we're into territory where anything is a bonus now, because they really just look delightful on his preferred apparatus. So he is through the routine, and he will be departing Cairo as a World Cup medalist. He'll receive his bronze in just a moment. And we have a look back at Rasuljon Abdurrahimov's display. It's coming out of the Yamawaki that he just had to readjust. Didn't have the momentum to keep him going as though he was intending. Home representation about to come for the Egyptians, the last from their nation to participate here in Cairo. He was the fourth best in qualifying, so he can be very aspirational. Rasuljon Abdurrahimov scoring 10.8. Regrettably, that has him in last place of those that have gone so far. This gymnast has been a World Cup medalist on the horizontal bar. Ahmed El Marahi of Egypt. From a few hours away in the extraordinary city of Alexandria. He's not quite 30, and he's participating in his 10th World Cup final here. That itself a great accomplishment. He was 8th in Cairo in 2022, 5th in 2023 and 6th in 2024. He's so used to being in the horizontal bar final here. It feels vital that we have him in this event because he's such an important part of the sport in this country. He really went for that casino. Good Kachev as well. Both of his Kachevs well performed. This is looking good. He's up, and he's done ever so well. Oh, what power in that dismount from Ahmed El Marahi. Did take quite a big landing adjustment, but he looked so strong. Really did take flight, didn't he? Graduate of the prestigious University of Alexandria in geology. So appropriately enough, he got the whole place rocking there with that display. Now the question is whether he can get an improvement from qualifying, where he scored 13.5, because 13.5 is what currently holds bronze. The problem is Milad Karimi is still to come and would be expected to impose himself on that conversation too. Had a little leg separation towards the conclusion of the Casina, but it was very powerful and kept decent swing. His Kachevs were nicely performed. As he landed, there was a fairly substantial leap forwards. He hasn't quite made it onto the podium. Ahmed El Marahi, 13.366. Good degree of difficulty. The joint second highest that we've seen so far, but the execution, unfortunately, the second lowest in the final. That brings us to the penultimate performer. So it is still Marius Yoriu leading, then Cho Wee Song, then Dominic Tamzel. So there will be a Swiss gymnast on the podium with one to go, because this is Noah Seifert. Nice work there. That showed very fine control. Fabulous triple back to conclude from Noah Seifert. He really does generate deceptive power. It's amazing how he really gets up into the air for those 3 rotations backwards. They don't lack for a good horizontal bar tradition, the Swiss. Some excellent athletes on the apparatus over the years. He seemed to be quite close to the apparatus with the Kovac, or with the Coleman, I should say, and then the Kovac variation afterwards, that looked more in line. Big triple to conclude. .133 in qualification. Last gymnast getting ready to perform. certainly from an execution standpoint, Seifert looked better by some way than the 7.733 he picks up in the preliminary stage. Actually came into the final with the lowest execution score of anyone. So what target will he have to beat as he looks to make it 3 in a row at World Cup level? He really has been so dominant of late on this apparatus. And still, Noah Seifert waits for the number to come in, and we wait to see who will be leading. Whether it will be the gentleman from Switzerland or whether it will be Marius Iuriu. Well, Noah Seifert doesn't look too pleased. He scores 13.866, so he's guaranteed a medal. It will be at least bronze for him. Marius Iuriu at least silver. To Milad Karimi. Top performer in qualification. Goodness me, so much power and swing and amplitude. 3 big release moves. And that very well controlled landing as he chuckles to himself. Well, the knees nearly touched the nose there at one point, needed incredibly to hold his landing position. That was very quick thinking from Milad Karimi. Well, whatever position he occupies, he's had a brilliant spell on the horizontal bar, winning the gold in the Croatia World Cup in Osijek, the gold at the Qatar World Cup in Doha. And we just remind ourselves that he won gold on floor yesterday, having done the same in Doha. But it's that twisting work he puts into the first release move that is a differentiator. Then the Cassina did lose a bit of the form at the end. His Coleman, so well performed. The look of somebody who is not entirely sure how they managed to stay upright there, but they just about did it. So what's it going to be? 14.066 is the leading mark. That's what he scored in qualification as well. It's Marius Iuriu in the gold medal position at the moment. Noah Seifert second on 13.866, and Cho Wee Song is third on 13.8. There's the lead up. That's an excellent win for Milad Karimi. It's 3 in a row, 14.466. And look at the difficulty, 5.8. He's won it by 4/10 and he's completed the double-double because he won floor and horizontal bar in Doha, and he's done it again at the next World Cup here in Cairo. Noah Seifert of Switzerland wins the bronze medal. Marius Yuriu of Cyprus takes the silver, and gold for the third World Cup in a row in the horizontal bar competition goes to Kazakhstan's Milad Karimi. Victory ceremonies will be along in a short while. We're going to hear the national anthem of Kazakhstan, and we're going to twice hear the Egyptian national anthem. Bronze will go to Noah Seifert of Switzerland, 13.866. The winner of the silver medal, Cyprus's own Marius Yuriu. He said he came here really as part of a wider preparation process, just looking to not put too much expectation on himself. Well, he's done so well. And there's no doubt what he expected of himself. Came here to win it and has done so again. He's one of the in-form gymnasts in the world at the moment, Milad Karimi. Let's have a look back at some of the action so far today ahead of the victory ceremonies. Cairo World Cup has come to an end, but we now have the last scenes of celebration to bring you. 3 medal ceremonies about to take place. One more ceremony to come before we then present the awards to the overall World Cup Series winners. The victory ceremony for the men's horizontal bar competition at the Cairo World Cup. Noah Seifert, the winner of the bronze medal. Second time today on the podium. Marios Yuriou of Cyprus winning the silver medal. Very fine performance in the final, significantly increasing his difficulty score. But magnificent Milad Karimi has done it again. 3 in a row in horizontal bar World Cup competition. Overall, he has looked brilliant at the World Cups this season. And we will have in just a moment the national anthem of Kazakhstan. And there they are, the medalists in the men's horizontal bar competition. We now also have the presentation for the overall series winners. across each of the apparatus categories in World Cup competition. The World Cups took place in Cottbus, Baku, Antalya, Osijek, Doha, and have concluded here in Cairo.
Vas-y, une photo.
Presentation party here to crown the champions. Milad Karimi getting things started. This won't be the last one we'll see of him. There is the floor champion, Milad Karimi. Hamlet Manukyan of Armenia, the pommel horse champion. What an absolutely magnificent season he's had as a new senior. Azerbaijan's Nikita Simonov is the rings champion. The champion on vault, Artur Davtyan of Armenia. Absolutely extraordinary record, Artur Davtyan. He just keeps on winning this. Four years in a row, World Cup vault champion. Nazar Chepurny of Ukraine, the parallel bars champion. Told you he'd be back. Milad Karimi, having won the floor title, has also won the horizontal bar title. It's an incredible accomplishment to win one World Cup Series title, but to actually take two in a single season, that shows that he really is one of the form gymnasts in the world.
For all the talented gymnasts who were unable to join us today, congratulations for your outstanding performances. It has truly contributed greatly to the spirit and excellence of this World Cup series.
Not all of the World Cup Series champions are actually here in Cairo. They just honour those who are able to attend, because it's not based on participation in every single World Cup competition. It is a consistency award, best performance over a series of events, but there are 6 World Cup events and the gymnasts are not required to compete at every single one of them.
صورة جماعية لأبطال هذه النسخة، نسخة كأس العالم للجمباز الفني القاهرة 2025.
But we are fortunate to have all of the men's series winners here.
مصر هنا في الصالة المغطاة باستاد القاهرة الدولي.
Congratulations to the champions.
Fantastic action in Cairo to draw the World Cup to a close. It's been a pleasure having you company for all of the action from Egypt.